Hello YouTube, it's the Brick Adjuster here again, and today I was thinking about telling you guys my Lego story. So I think it started around 2012. Well, before that, my son, who's 9 now, was always getting Lego sets. Lego Marvel, Superhero, Lego Batman, even Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. And my wife was actually more into Lego than myself. And they put the Lego sets together, and I was just kind of doing my own thing, just kind of watching them from afar. And I think it was the first time I went into the Lego store, and that was around this spring 2012. I tagged along with them when they were going to the Lego store. I think the set that my wife was thinking about getting my son was the Lego Batman Dynamic Duo Funhouse escape. And so they were there, and what I first saw was this set right here. The White House, the architecture set. And I just thought how cool it was that they actually had a real set, like a real life building made out of Lego. Now I know a lot of people aren't really interested in the Lego architecture just because there's not a lot of play features and they could look a little boring, but yeah, I really liked it. And so I just had my eye on that and didn't really say anything. But actually, on that day, we bought the Town Hall modular. That was the very first modular that we got. My wife showed it to me and I'm like, okay, that looks cool. So we brought it home and we opened it up, and basically, I don't do it anymore, but I started organizing the pieces for my older son to put together. And so I arranged all the pieces on the table by size and color, and then I was just handing it to him while he was putting it together. However, when he went to bed, I started just fitting the pieces together myself, and then when he woke up, I had one whole floor done, and he was like, "What? You did it without me?" And I was like, "Oh, oops." But yeah, I think that's when I just got hooked. And so we finished that modular the next day, and then the very next day, I actually went back to the Lego store myself, and I picked up the fire brigade. And so I brought it. I was there by myself. I just brought it to the front desk, and the cashier, the Lego store employee, was like, "So, is this for you?" And I was just, "It's for my son." I don't know. I guess I felt a little shy at the beginning. She just looked at me and smiled, and she said, "Okay, it's okay. We know it's for you." And I just smiled again. So I brought that home, excited, and again we put it together. I was still organizing the pieces, and yeah, we finished that. So yeah, we finished the fire brigade, and then my wife was just telling me maybe we should hold off on getting more of these modulars. It's getting kind of expensive. And so I agreed. But then, when my wife went on a trip with one of her friends to Detroit, we live in Toronto, Canada, where the modulars are a bit more expensive than the ones in the States. She came home with the Pet Shop and the Grand Emporium. said it was a lot cheaper there, and so she came back with 2 big bags, and we put those together. So yeah, that's how my Lego obsession kind of started. And after that, we just started collecting The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Because I can tell you that story in another video. Right now, I'll just quickly scan some of the Lego sets that we have. Got this from one of the local stores. Not a Target or a Walmart or even Lego store. It's actually a store called Lasting Toys, where they sell a lot of discontinued sets in my city. This here is the Monster Fighters. Excited when this came out. The haunted house. Kind of disappointed that the movie of this movie didn't do well at all. The Lone Ranger. The sets were really fun to put together. And then a bunch of creator houses. So here we have kind of like the repair guys, painters, plumbers, mechanics. This here is kind of like the dress up, the tree house where all the kids dress up. Then we have the clowns, kind of like a birthday party. This here is kind of like the jock house. This is where all my athletes. And then here is kind of like we have the skaters and the DJs and the musical people. And we got a beach over here. And here is the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's kind of dark, but well, kind of mixed in with medieval market. But we got the Pirates of the Caribbean going on here. After that is a bunch of Star Wars. Got the B-Wing and R2. This is the Harry Potter set. This was actually before I started getting to Lego, but it was a broken down set and a bunch of bags, and actually just put it together. Some more Star Wars. So I'll do a better video, brighter video next time of these. And then I got a bunch of ships over here, again Star Wars. Ewok Village, Death Star. The Death Star was huge. It was a big box. We actually went to, it was Seattle. We got it in Seattle, and they just it was a huge box to actually carry it from the store to the car. They packed it in a big cardboard box. Bunch of ships there. Yeah, so I don't really have a Lego city, but I just kind of like the different themes. And then of course the big Tower of Orthanc. So I kind of like putting these themes together and then kind of making a little scene with them. So here we have like the Hoth scene, and here we have all the Jedis. And here we have a bunch of Siths. So I'm thinking about having the Palace Cinema, not the, sorry, the Parisian restaurant in between the pet shop and the Grand Emporium. And then once we get that, I was thinking about putting all these restaurant guys in there. So that's it for my Lego story, and a bit of an impromptu tour. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.